Today we're going to talk about one of Pixar's most beloved films, Monsters Incorporated.
Monsters Incorporated! Where am I? Monsters Incorporated. We scare.
Today we're making snow cones.
You get to appreciate this relationship between them with the sequel.
Bud, you grab the pig. Ready?
What?
One,
No.
two,
No.
three. Don't let go.
They never, like we were talking about the Simpsons a few episodes back, and those characters have been the same age for 35 years.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Film and Flavor. I'm Zain Hassan.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ahmed Zayani.
Today we're going to talk about one of Pixar's most beloved films, Monsters Incorporated.
Okay, remember our field trip rules, everyone. No pushing, no biting, and no fire breathing. What did I just say?
Released in 2001, Monsters, Inc. is one of the films that not only is fun, but full of heart, humor, and some serious creativity. From the incredibly talented director Peter Docter to the iconic voice cast of Billy Crystal and John Goodman. We also have Steve Buscemi as the slimy and conniving Randall, Jennifer Tilly as Celia, and James Coburn as the intimidating Mr. Waternoose. Each actor perfectly embodies their character, and let's not forget about Mary Gibbs as Boo. Though young, her performance is natural and absolutely endearing. This movie, I would say, is a masterpiece.
It really is. It stood out to me as a kid because of how, I always thought monsters were supposed to be scary and actually terrifying. But looking at these monsters, they were kind of cute. They were pretty fuzzy, pretty cute. I'd say Solomon is a very cute monster.
Oh yeah, Sully is a perfect encapsulation of what a monster should be. Huge, intimidating. He looks scary. Exactly, very fluffy. But then when he opens his mouth, when you get to know him, he's such an endearing character.
He is. He has a good heart. He came from a not so good background, I'd say.
Not really. Yeah, I would say.
The second film, Monsters University, kind of gave you background on how these characters actually became to be best friends. So to see Sully go from such a narcissist who always got everything handed to him in a silver platter to someone who actually got to understand the worth of a true friendship and meaning, actual meaning in life, it was truly beautiful to see.
It was, and you get to appreciate this relationship between them with the sequel.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people write it off, but I still think it's a wonderful film, and it is up there in the Pixar echelon as far as I'm concerned. What I really liked about this film as well is that it kind of flips the table in terms of it's not the monsters haunting our world, but rather Boo infiltrating the monster universe and getting into all these hijinks and whatnot.
Yeah.
And her relationship with Sully is basically the anchor of this film, isn't it?
It is. Her relationship with Sully is so adorable, and how he grows to actually care for her before Mike does. It just shows you how inviting Sully can be at times. Although he's a monster, he was also very big and fluffy. So I think that's what kind of made Boo realize that monsters aren't as scary as they might seem. So I just thought that was really cute.
Exactly. She calls him Kitty, right, in the movie?
He calls him Kitty, yeah.
Kitty.
He's like a big kitty. That's what he is.
Yeah, he does. It looks like a big fur ball, right?
Big blue fur ball.
And I think that, she only says that one word, I think, in the movie, but somehow it encapsulates how much she loves, or grew to love Sully, you know?
Yeah.
He is that sidekick of her, like support for her. Because it could have been easy for him to just let her be and let
Mike
Monsters Inc. handle her and deal with that situation. But that's not who he is. That's not his character. And like you said, if you compare it to where he was in Monsters University, and the kind of jock that he was, a bonehead, if that's an appropriate word to say here. But he really grew into the role. And yes, he was handed things in the beginning, But then you realize he is good enough to achieve these merits himself.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need to be served on a silver platter.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, when you look at a character like Sully, and especially considering the Monsters University film, you'd think that he would never pull a move like that with Boo, where he would actually choose to keep Boo and take care of her. Instead, you'd think that Mike would be the one who would be persuading Sully to keep Boo. But in the original in Monsters Inc., they showed you the contrast between the two characters, Mike and Sully. Although Mike is a really nice guy and he's sweet, he can also be a bit self-involved because of how, I guess you could say, how determined he is to succeed in life, and especially in his work, his job. It's all he's wanted to do. So to kind of like focus on Boo was not on his agenda, you know? So it's like, okay, you are ruining my plans for me. I do not need to take care of this child. Let's just take her back. But Sully just showed you that, like, character development is real, because the first film, Monsters University, the past story, shows you how bad of a person he was, and to see him grow into this loving character,
it's remarkable.
It was remarkable and very wholesome.
And I think part of it is that Mike has always been in Sully's shadow.
Yeah.
And at first, like, you don't think he gets that, because he gets excited for all the different reasons.
Yeah. And he's a very confident little...
He is. But like below the surface, you could feel him being more of a ticking time bomb, right?
Yeah.
Because he does feel it in a way, but not really.
Yeah.
And I think I loved when it came to the marketing of the film, the extent that Disney went to maintain this. Like, it's because if you see some of the DVDs or the Blu-rays that came out, there's always a sticker that's covering Mike's face. Even if you're watching the movie on Disney Plus, whenever you see the poster of the film, Mike's face is always covered by something.
Yeah. I think they're just trying to show the audience how their relationship is. Let's set the stage. Monsters Inc. takes place in Monstropolis, a world run on the power of children's screams. But when a little girl named Boo accidentally enters the monster world, everything changes. It's up to our two lovable main characters, Sully, voiced by John Goodman, and Mike Wazowski, voiced by Billy Crystal, to save the day and to show that laughter is far more powerful than fear.
Yes, that twist, that laughter is the new source of power, was such a brilliant moment. It's not just a fun plot, but it also has a deeper message about positivity, compassion, and creativity. And the animation, wow. The textures, the designs, especially the fur on Sully. It's incredible how Pixar brought this world to life.
Pixar's animation in Monsters Inc. was groundbreaking. The rendering of Sully's fur with over 2.3 million strands was a technical marvel at the time.
The world building is incredible. From the detailed city of Monstropolis to the intricate door vault, every frame is packed with creativity and charm. In addition, Randy Newman's score adds so much to the film's emotional and comedic moments. If I Didn't Have You even won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. What did you think about the song?
Honestly, I really liked it so much.
Milking a yak ain't exactly a picnic. But you know, once you pick the hairs out, it's very nutritious.
No, something about a village. Where? Are the kids in it?
Kids? Sure. Tough kids, sissy kids, kids who climb on rocks.
Where is it?
Hey, it's at the bottom of the mountain, around a 3-day hike.
Oh, 3 days.
And let's not forget the snow cones. We all know the hilarious scene where Mike and Sully grab some snow cones in the monster world, right? We're going to dive into that iconic moment. And more importantly, we've got a chef preparing some real-life snow cones for us.
The snow cone scene is one of those moments that captures the charm and the whimsy of the whole movie. Remember when Mike and Sully are stranded in the human world and they get their hands on some snow cones? The scene shows how even the monsters who are supposed to scare kids can have moments of pure joy and fun. It's so unexpected and hilarious, and it's one of those small but unforgettable moments that really make you love these characters even more. Now let us see how Chef Ali Yusuf will prepare those snow cones for us today.
Hi everyone, I'm Chef Ali Yusuf, and today we're making snow cones inspired by the Monsters movie. These are Simple yet refreshing treats, perfect for fun movie nights. To start with, let me show you the very little ingredients. Sugar, corn syrup, lemon juice, water, and food coloring. That's all we need. Also, I have ice, snow ice, or it's called crushed ice, or slashed ice. Put the heat on. We're going to combine everything together. Water, lemon, followed by corn syrup, and pour in the sugar. Slow down on it, we do it slowly, step by step. This might take a little bit of a while because I need to really combine everything together and make it like a real syrup. Let's keep on stirring it until it gets really melted, and then we'll get back to you. There it is, in a low heat. Going to finalize it. We're almost there. Make sure it's all melted, smooth, liquidy. When it's cold, we're going to do the next. Stay tuned until it's cold and we're back. As you see, it's almost ready. That's the texture of it. The more it gets cold, actually, the more it gets thicker. Right, we're going to give it a bit of color, yellow color. Let's put it all, sorry. It's ready. Now, in a small cups, as you can see, you can have it bigger, you can have it smaller, depends on how much you want it. I'm going to scoop snowed ice in. As you can see, now it's a bit more like honey. There you go. All right, this is it. And now you have these amazing snow cones ready. Go rewatch Monsters movie and make your own snow cones at home.
Welcome back. Are we ready to taste some of these frozen treats?
Oh, yes. Oh, we're more than ready, aren't we?
All right, yeah.
Okay, shall we? Let's be hasty with this because it's about to melt.
It's fine. We got some napkins.
Oh, thank you. This is
lemon flavored.
that's what I heard from the chef.
I thought it was honey. They should do that.
That would be really like honeycomb ice cream.
Honeycomb
I
ice
think
cream,
that
yeah.
could be nice.
That would be very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think I'll let you take the first.
You know, now traditionally people would eat like a snow cone straight out of the paper cone with their hands. For the benefit of this, let me play it safe. Let me go the Zane route for today.
like this is like the perfect thing to like pick for this movie, for Mike and Sully to like bond over the snow cone.
It's actually quite refreshing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, monsters like refreshing things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I heard that, but
That's the rumor here on the street.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like me and monsters. We're like this.
Are you?
Yeah. So.
who's your backup monster? Like who's in your crew?
Oh, definitely not Mike Wazowski.
I think I just got a
brain freeze. Mike is a character that is so self-involved that he tends to overlook other people's feelings and is insensitive towards other people, and you can see that perfectly represented, especially in the second film, because that's when they show you how he started off with his obsession, wanting to work at Monsters Incorporated and having this weird obsession about his life and how his life is supposed to turn out this specific way. And with that film, they kind of showed you that no, sometimes life isn't linear. It isn't always going to just be a straight path towards what you want to achieve. Life's crazy. It's a labyrinth, you know?
Oh,
it's a labyrinth. It's a maze. You get to discover different parts of it along the way as you age, as you're aging. So I think that's what they showed you in the film. Because he started off working at the Scream Station. Yeah. And then he eventually got promoted to
like a supervisor,
the locker.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just, until he finally became a...
He wasn't. Sully was a scarer. He was the guy. The guy in the back. The guy, yeah, basically, yeah. And you know what? I love the fact that the prequel explored this, but originally it was supposed to be a sequel. Not sure if you heard about this or not. They were working on this movie called Escape from Scaradise.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
So the idea is, one day when Sully was visiting Boo, he couldn't find her in her room. Instead, there was this old lady that moved in. So him and Mike were freaked out about where did Boo go. So they're looking all over the human world, all over Monstropolis, until they found her. And the ending was very heartbreaking. Is that they discovered that the old days is actually Boo, and that time works differently in the human world than the monster world.
That is so sad.
Yeah. So the last scene is Sully looking over her opening her eyes, and she recognizes him, calls him Kitty, and then passes away.
Oh, that is so depressing.
That is so depressing.
I really did not need to know that. I genuinely did not need to know
that. And that is part of the reason why they did not make the movie, because that ending was too depressing. It's too real.
That is so sad. That is heartbreaking.
Very sad. And as much as I loved Boo in the first movie, I would rather not have her than have that scene come to fruition.
Yeah, because I mean, why was it necessary to include that scene? Why did we need to know that Boo actually eventually grew old? It hasn't even been that long since the original Monsters movie came out.
Not at all. No. I mean, it does bring up an interesting dynamic, how the monster world differs from the human world, but I did not need this.
I did not need to know that. I did not need to hear that from you as well, because
I'm sorry.
To me, Boo will always be this lovable, sweet child who's so fun and cute and cuddly, and she's so adorable, and to know that she grew old and eventually passes away, it's so heartbreaking.
It's weird, like, to think, because in our head these characters are perpetually their age.
Yes.
They never, like, we were talking about the Simpsons a few episodes back, and those characters have been the same age for 35 years.
Yeah.
So to take a character that we all love and put this spin on them, I don't think that would have sat well with a lot of people.
Yeah, it would have been very depressing.
And I'm just very happy that it did not come to realization.
Yeah.
That we still have Boo as that rambunctious little character who runs around dressed.
Little gremlin.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, she's just so adorable.
She is adorable, yeah.
And as much as I love her, I would say I might prefer Randall, just because of how mischievous he can be.
Randall is very mischievous, and he was also, but you know, his betrayal, to know that he was actually a very sweet guy in Monsters University.
Honestly, I love that.
I
really love
that because that just showed you my point. Mike is sometimes insensitive and does not care that much for other people's feelings or other monsters' feelings. Because he can be so self-involved in his own personal life and in achieving his own dreams that he forgets that other people also have feelings and thoughts of their own.
I agree. These snow cones are made just like the ones in Monsters Inc. The perfect blend of shaved ice and delicious syrup. topped with a dash of fun. Honestly, I love that scene. It's simple but so funny. There are two giant monsters and they're amazed by this human treat like kids at an amusement park. It's such a great example of how Pixar balances comedy and heart. But the snow cone isn't just funny, it's a symbol of how small moments of joy can brighten even the darkest of days.
This is so good. The ice is so light and fluffy, and the syrup is just the right amount of sweetness. I can totally see why Mike and Sully would be obsessed with this treat. What do you think about it, Ahmed?
Well, see, I am a lover of all things sweet, so this is absolutely my forte. Just like Monsters, Inc., that's what makes this movie so special. It's not just about the big adventures, it's about those small moments that leave a lasting impact. Whether it's a snow cone, a laugh, or a friendship, these little moments can change everything. You know, thinking about Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University as well, my favorite scene would probably be the ending of the first one of Monsters, Inc. How, you know, towards the end of the movie, the door to Boo's room gets destroyed and Sully is disheartened. And Mike surprises him by putting the door together piece by piece.
Yeah.
And the last shot is just so beautiful. Mike opens the door, he looks around and just hears Kitty off screen. Smiles, we cut to black. That is cinema.
That is cinema, and that was truly, it was a really cute and adorable scene. I'd say I'd have to go with 2 from both of the films.
Okay.
So the first film, I really loved the scene where Mike and Sully were trying to take care of Boo, and she was just like wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
Wreaking havoc in the apartment, and they were just trying to get a hold of her, and Mike is holding up a spray. I think it's like an insect retardant.
An insect repellent, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and he was holding it up because he thought that she was some kind of like bacteria or something, and she would infect him. So she's trying to show him something, and he points it at himself, and he just sprays it at his eyes, and he starts screaming. So that was funny. It always makes me laugh. Another scene from the second film is when they were having a party, when they invited him to a party, and they were just like dancing, and that was Macappa, jelly bean boy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was hitting the dance moves with the girls, and he goes like this, and he was just like, I just thought that scene was, it was pretty funny.
It is. It is very adorable.
It was adorable, yeah. I really like this Macappa, the jelly bean boy. What's his name?
Oh, was it Squish?
Squish. Yeah. Squish. Yes, when Squish was
Squish,
hitting those dance moves on the dance floor, I liked that scene.
Oh, that is a cool scene.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always. And of course, a huge thanks to Chef Ali Youssef for making these very tasty snow cones. They bring back so many memories of watching Monsters, Inc. It's a delightful treat that truly captures the essence of the film.
Yes, thank you once again to Chef Ali Youssef. The snow cones symbolize kindness and unexpected friendships. Plus, it's a reminder that even in dire situations, a little treat can make everything better. Next time you need something refreshing, think of Mike and Sully and treat yourself to a delicious snow cone. It might just bring some extra monstrous happiness into your day. That's a wrap for us here today. Hopefully we will see you once again with more films and more flavors. Goodbye.